Hello and welcome to this video. This is Demo DGC and we're doing a bit of a hardware schemed video today, and I am currently filming on my DSLR Nikon D7000, which I have done a video on many years ago. So if you want to have a look at that, look at my camera, then have a look at that video. That should give you all the information you need. But today we're going to have a look at a few very recent purchases that I've made today. Well, you'll understand the reason why I've done this. But first of all, let's have a look at this. Now, the first one, as you see on the side here, is a Thermaltake TH220 ARGB sync liquid Aio Cooler. Aio Cooler. And yeah, we're gonna have a bit of an unboxing later on, but that's the first one. The second one is a B550 Tomahawk MSI motherboard along with RGB. You notice the theme here. And the third one is a Ryzen 5 5000, and this is the hang on, let's see if you can actually read that. Don't know if you can actually read that. Move, cat. See, Trinity always gets in the way, but it's a AMD Ryzen 5600X. This has got 6 cores, 12 threads, PCI 4 compatible, PCIe 4.0 compatible, 4.6 GHz max, 3.7 GHz based. And it's got discrete graphics card required, which it's just a normal i5 processor. Now, the reason why I have done this is because I have a B550 motherboard already into this computer, as you can see here with the cat. However, let me get it right. Oh no. Great film work, Damien. Great film work. Right, but as you can see here, I've got a motherboard in there. I've got an a Ryzen 7 3800X in this, and I've got a little bit of a cheap AIO cooler in it. But I thought, new year, I thought let's make a bit of a change, bit of an upgrade. So let's first have a look at the motherboard. Now, I won't be doing a build review in this because I haven't got the equipment to do the build review, and this camera isn't very good on actually doing long take videos. I don't know, but you might be able to see a build video probably one day, but I haven't got the room to do it at the moment. But let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Let's open this up. I hope this always in. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that nice motherboard. Right, you get all the anti-static bags. Bloody YouTube always loves unboxings. We'll have a look at the dump in a bit, in a minute. Right, so there we go. There's the anti-static. Yep. Sorry if you can hear it. Zzz, zzz, zzz. That's my zoom. It hasn't got auto zoom on here because it's just an SLR. And I didn't think I would be making videos with it. when I was originally purchasing it. What, 15 years ago, about, I believe now. That's how old this camera is. But it does alright. I hope it does alright for this video anyway. But as you can see, there's the Tomahawk. Right, so we've got an AM4. Is it an AM3 or an AM4? No, yeah, it's an AM4 chipset. Sorry, socket. Let's just check if it is an AM4. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, so we've got an AM4 chipset. AM4, yep. AM4 chipset on here. We've got the DDR4 RAM slots there. We've got two M.2 Gen 4. They're supposed to be. That one's a Gen 4. I don't know if that one is a Gen 4, but probably is. We've got the cooler there for the, I think that's the chipset cooler. And then we've got SATA ports here. They always love putting SATA ports in an awkward position, which is grand when you're doing a mid-tower case thing. But then let's just get this up and running. There we go. Right, so hopefully you can see all the ports there. So we've got USB 3. I think that's normal USB 2.0, HDMI. Oh, this has got HDMI on it. So this can, so it's for like APUs or or the G ones that you can put on here, like with the onboard graphics, HDMI display port, if I can see it right. We've got 1, 2, 3 3.0 ports, a mini C-type port there, all USB. We've got 2.5 gig Ethernet, 1 gig Ethernet. We've got a BIOS flash button, which this one that I've got on there has got a BIOS flash button, but I've never been able to use it. PC, bloody hell! I haven't seen one of them ports in ages. PS2 port for keyboard and mouse. Ooh, I think I've got a PS2 port keyboard. I've definitely got a PS2 keyboard. Might actually try that out one day. Don't think I've got a PS2 mouse though. We'll find someone. And then all the audio slots there for 5.1 audio. I am unsure what all the stuff on the board does. I'm not really a chip expert, but if you want to find out what exactly this motherboard contains, I will be putting a link to the official page so you can get all the specs on it. So it's got PCIe 4, PCIe, I think that's probably 3, that one. So that'll be a 16 slot, that'll be the 8 slot. Got mini PCIe, which will fit my Wi-Fi card in. Come on, cat, come on. 24 pin, 12 volt pin out there. I'm not sure what that is. But I'll just have a look at the manual. Freaking cat. Have a look at this. Look at this sod. Oh. Psst. Kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. She always likes to be in film. Right, I have 10 minutes left on this, so I better hurry up. So yeah, so that's the motherboard. That'll be going in a bit. So we'll put it back in the anti-static bag so it doesn't get wrecked. Put it all in the anti-static bag. I hate doing these bloody unboxings sometimes. Right, so that's the motherboard. So let's see what more goodies we've got in here. We've got two SATA cables. I need them. My SATA cables. One of them snapped, and one of them broke in the socket. So that's good. That'll come useful. MSI badge. Don't know about that. Screws. Got some screws here. They're always good. Thank you for choosing this product. Or thank you for choosing an MSI product. Driver disc. Now the driver discs, in my experience, some people don't like using the actual driver discs with it. But in my experience, it is always helpful to use the driver disc, especially when you're first installing the motherboard and first getting it all set up, and then you will be able to put the other drivers on there, the up-to-date drivers on there. But that can be a bit helpful. And what else have we got in here now? Oh, we've got installation. And the lovely installation guide. Oh, water cooler. I used to have one of them. So it's the installation guide, just to tell you how to install the motherboard. Yeah, I think we know how to install a motherboard, and that shows a very old case there. Yeah, look at all them drive bays. We don't have them anymore. But all basically straightforward, and a lovely screenshot, if you can see that, of the readable screenshot of the live update 6. I say the BIOS then, but it won't be the BIOS, it'll be the update software. Right, so we'll put all this back in, because I'll be installing it all probably later on tonight. As I said, I won't be doing an install thingy, but you know, it is always good. Yeah, I need to edit all this out. Right, so that's one. We'll put that on there. That's one been opened. Oh no, I'll open the processor in a bit. Right, come on you. Freaking cat. Ah, she's a nightmare. Right, so this is the Thermaltake TH240 ARGB sync Aio Cooler. 2 fans, 1 controller. Copper based design, max 2. Oh, so that's the 1500 RPM. Right, so let's get this. Oh, they love doing this, don't they? They love bloody doing this. Right, we've got 5 minutes left on this recording anyway. I can do another recording. We're doing battery. No, I don't know. Don't know. Right, so that's all the packaging. So there's like the parts list, so we can check if we've got all the parts. Yep, that's how to install it on the motherboard. Oh, does it use a backplane? Oh yeah, of course it probably will do. So we've got two Thermaltake HT120 fans on here. Thermaltake. These are, I mean, Thermaltake by my experience aren't that bad. Others fans actually, they're not that. They don't look that bad. Although the best is in the testing. If you know what I mean. Power cable. Yeah, power cable and sync cable. That will be. And then we've got the radiator. The big radiator. We've got the copper head. Or the copper base, should I say. This is something actually quite fun, this. This is a good fun night of installing. And then we've got the yeah, there it is. I think that might be for two processors. Yeah, that'll be for the Intel and the AMD. And then we've got some thermal paste there, which they've already gave me some thermal paste, the place where I got it from, and there's all the nuts and screws and silicon. Yeah. So that's that all done. So let's put this back in before it gets, so the cat doesn't get it. About packing it properly, but yeah, it's the last one, and now the last one. But we've got 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes to do this before it actually fails to do it. So let's see if we can. Kids, do not do this to bloody parcels, especially if you're thinking of sending it back. But we've got to open it, because that's the whole name of the game in the video. So I won't be fiddling around with the. Oh, this has actually got a process. Sorry, a cooler in it. Right, that's the cooler, and there she is. Ryzen 5 5600 XT with a Ryzen 5 badge on it. I'm not going to take this out of the case, because my experience is you always end up dropping them. But there's the processor. Is this the Wraith cooler? Oh no. Oh, this is the small, not sure what the hell they call this one now. M4 socket compatible. Oh God! I put me hand in the. You've usually got. Oh, bloody hell! I've got thermal paste all over myself now. But no matter, we're not going to really use this cooler anyway, but there she is. It's me touching the thermal paste in the back. Oh, bloody hell. So I'll put that back in. I have to go and wash my hands now. Right, well, anyway, I shall leave now, and hope you've all enjoyed this video. And as you can see, thermal paste all over my hands. I don't know if it witnessed it, but probably did. But yeah, I've got thermal paste all over there, so I'm going to have to clean this up. But anyway, without further ado, right, actually, before I go, I've also got some more thermal paste, as you can see there, and a lovely bottle of air duster, because this thing needs cleaning out. So yeah, the cat's gonna love me when I'm doing that. Yes, you see, she's won. She already knows what it's all about. Right, anyway, as I said, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time on another video. But for now, bye for now. Bye. Bye. Yep, just to add on to the next to following part of the video that you may have seen, or you would have seen, of me unboxing the CPU, the motherboard, and the Aio Cooler. As you can see, it's all fitted in, and I am currently running through Cinebench at the moment, and the score is, as you can see there, it is 550, and it's just doing its final rendering. There's my specs at the moment, so it's running at 4.6 gigahertz, overclocked with the AMD RX 6700 XT, 12 gig card. I can't really speak at the moment. But I have had a nightmare with this CPU. The place where I got it from, I had to get them to test it, because when I initially rebuilt this system, as you can see, it's a bit dusty in here. I know, and cable management. Yeah, some people may be cringing in this cable management. I'm not really looking for perfectionist sort of thing. I'm not really a good cable management person, you know, but anyway, but it's all working. And the one problem that I had with this CPU is, even though it's a 6-core 12-thread CPU, R5 5600 XT, sorry, X, 5600X, when I initially inserted it into the AM4 socket on the motherboard, booted it all up, and all it did was, in BIOS, was initially just signify that it only had 1 core and 2 threads, and it was a slideshow. It was absolutely catastrophic. It was to beyond the point where I was simply, for some reason that fan's not working. I don't know why. I'll have to check it out. Right, so that's one thing that I need to fix. One of my fans are not bloody plugged in. Probably the cables come out, but anyway. So yeah, so it just it ran at 1 core 2 threads. So yeah, 1 core 2 threads, and it was a slideshow. It was like going back to the 90s, you know, where you initially switched on the computer, waited for Windows to boot, and you could go and have a walk, go to the toilet, have a drink, go and have a shower, have a shave, all that daily routine. Then when you got back, it finally boot up to Windows. It was like going back to Windows 95, 98, and all them Pentium nightmare processors that I had. And yeah, so anyway, I took it back to the place where I got it from, which was, it's not that far, it's just down the motorway. and they put it into their test bench, and all of a sudden it started working. So it was a wasted trip. It took me hours to get there, down to traffic, some accident on the motorway. I don't know what the hell was happening, so I had to go all the way through the A roads, through all the traffic and everything, and it took I spent at least an hour there while I was trying to sort everything out, and finally I came to the conclusion that I needed to update the BIOS, which luckily I did it the night before, the other night before I went up back to the place where I got it from. So as you can see here, it's all running anyway, so all goodness. So yeah. So the important point of this tale is it can be good to update your BIOS. However, this Tomahawk motherboard is an absolute nightmare to update the BIOS. What you basically have to do, in my experience, especially with this board, is there is a socket back of the motherboard in one of the USB sockets. I'll share the documentation, you can have a look yourself, and there's a BIOS reflash button on there. You basically go onto MSI's website, I'll link it in the description below, download the latest BIOS. I'll also link that in the description below for this board if you have this problem with your Tomahawk motherboard. And I basically had to use that button to flash the BIOS, which took about 5-10 minutes while it was doing its whole light show and song and dance and all that BIOS things, and it just fired up. It just was brilliant. I had to use my previous processor to do that. However, I had to put the Ryzen 7 3600X in here to update the BIOS. Then when I managed to update the BIOS, and I obviously went back to the place where I bought the processor, the board, and the thing with the cooler with, and I finally got it back, hooked it up last night, and it's all working. I had to reload Windows, obviously. Lost half my saves, lost you know, all that wonderful stuff that you get with Windows. And yeah, so I will link these in the description below. So if anyone has a problem with these boards, please do update your BIOS. If you do update your processor, update your BIOS, even though on the box, as you may have seen in the unboxing, it is a Gen 3 product, Gen 3 capable board, but it's always handy to update the BIOS. The ASUS board that I have also got, that's pretty easy to update the BIOS. I don't know what the problem is with this MSI motherboard, unless it's just this board, and other MAG Tomahawk motherboards are pretty easy, but they do have a thing on the BIOS where it's called M-Flash. That just turns it into a black screen. It's not good. It just turns it into a black screen, does nothing, no lights, nothing, just sits there like a complete lemon, like a baked potato, and it really doesn't work. So that button on the back is always good. So that's the tale of the story. Update the BIOS, and yeah, it's always good to update the BIOS anyway, because you get a lot of security updates, and so you don't get any BIOS kits or anything like that, root kits, sorry, and so it's always good to do that. But as you can see, it's fully working apart from that bleeding fan that I need to plug in. I think I've disconnected the cables, trying to sort out You think this is bad? Wait till you see them in the back of the board. I'll probably share a link in the description below. Sorry, I'll probably share a link after this section of video, or an image or whatever I'm talking about. But yeah, all linked up, all done, all things. But the biggest peeve with these boards, especially with the with all of these boards, is I don't know why, but they always seem to put the CMOS battery back there, if you can see it, peeping below the graphics card. But there is a little notch, if you can see. Where is it? I can't point to it, but there is a little notch, if you can see, little thing just below the BIOS. Sorry, just below the CMOS battery, where it's CMOS clear, you know, little stalks or little pegs or something, where you can clear the BIOS. But if you need to clear the BIOS, another tip of mine is turn off the power from the power supply. Take out the battery, obviously take the graphics card out, take the graphics card out, disconnect it from the power supply, turn off the power supply actually, and take out the CMOS battery, leave it for at least, I'd say, about 10 minutes. I know that may seem a bit excessive, but you just need to have the board completely dead silent, like you've just put it in as a brand new board. Then put back in the CMOS battery, put the graphics card in, obviously, hook it all up, power it back up, and it should be clear. If not, there is a CMOS clear notch just below where the CMOS battery is. That is also a good thing. But the button at the back is also a good thing to make sure that the BIOS is up to update the BIOS. Sorry, but anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have had a good day, and I hope you have a good day. And yes, it is snowing out there today, so I'm going to stay in, I'm going to keep warm, and I'm going to keep myself safe. But be safe out there. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye.